Welcome back to another Life After Lockup recap. I'm going to, in the name of the moon, I will roast all these losers, except for Louis, of course, because Louis is my little crush. If you're trying to watch these recaps in order, I really don't know how to order them because of the seasons and the episodes are all messed up. I feel like I have to say this every single time. So let me just number them my way. So if you're doing this season of Life After Lockup, the first episode 1 of this season is 41. And then this is 43. Okay. So I already did 41, 42. You can watch those if you didn't watch those yet. And this is going to be 43. So let's start with Bianca and Daniel. So Bianca and Daniel invite his parents and his family members over to their apartment. Then Daniel hangs out with his parents at Plato's Closet, doing a little thrift shopping. And that's where he tells his mom, oh, by the way, I'm kind of worried that she's going to get pregnant because we didn't use protection. And the mom's like, oh my God, that's pretty dumb of you. God, she needs to get on that birth control. Ma'am, how about you tell your son to wrap it up? He also starts looking for a ring because he wants to propose to Bianca. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy is really going to give her a shut up ring. It's basically a shut up ring. It's basically a ring that guys give to their girlfriends, knowing that they're not going to get married anytime soon, but they want their girlfriends to shut up about where's the wedding ring? When are you going to propose? So that's what he's getting her. So he goes to the back of the room at Plato's Closet, and there's an array of rings. He picks one out and it's $70 and his dad pays for it. So thank you, Dad. Meanwhile, Bianca is hanging out with his cousin. And where does she go? To her favorite place in the whole wide world, the bar, to drink. She gets her vodka cranberry. Oh my God, Daniel's gonna be so mad at me if he knows I'm drinking. And then his cousin tells her, oh, can you text him and just let him know to let us know when he's done and on his way to the restaurant so that we can get out of the bar area. They start throwing back the drinks one by one, and she starts to get a little tipsy. Just a little. And her lips are getting loose. I'm talking about the ones on her face. And she starts talking about how Daniel's such a mama's boy and she hates it. Daniel is also not really good at schmecks because he doesn't do foreplay. He just wants to stick it in. And his cousin's like, oh, well, that's what I like to do too. But yeah, I guess you women like foreplay or whatever. She also talks about how Daniel keeps telling her to take Plan B and she does not want to take it because she wants to be a mom. Yay! Anyway, they're drinking, they're taking shot after shot, and at one point, the cameras show a pile of empty glasses next to them. Daniel's cousin is slurring his words. He's obviously so smashed. And what do you know? All of a sudden, Daniel walks into the restaurant with his parents and finds Bianca and his cousin slamming drinks at the bar. His parents are like, what are you doing? You knew that we were going to come here to meet you and you're here at the bar drinking when you know that our son is trying to stay sober? And Bianca goes, I'm not doing anything wrong. And then Daniel goes, you told me that you weren't going to drink. Now I feel really triggered. Like, I really want to take a shot right now looking at you being drunk. And Bianca, oh my God, I can't believe these words came out of her mouth. She looks him dead in the eye and she goes, take a shot. What? What did you say? What is wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with Bianca? That is so horrible. My jaw was on the floor. I was like, what a monster, a literal monster. Wow. Okay. So then he says, wow, I thought you'd be so much more supportive. And she's like, that's not my problem, Daniel. It's your problem. What the hell, you guys? What the hell? Who does that? I'm thinking, Daniel, you better pack up all your shit and get the fork out of there. But wait, can he even do that at this point? Because he's registered for his parole to parole there. I don't freaking know. But is it possible, if anybody knows, let me know in the comment section. Is it possible for him to contact his PO and be like, hey, I just realized I am not in a safe situation here. I would actually like to parole somewhere else. Is that possible? Will they allow that? Or do they have to wait to meet with him and like do another interview? I don't know. Let me know if anybody knows. I just felt so bad for Daniel because she was really tempting him. She was just like, take a shot. Take it. I don't care. That's not my problem. It's your problem. You're the one who has a drinking droog addiction. Like, I don't have that. I can do whatever the fork I want. I felt so bad for him because you could see him. He was like kind of shaking and like, just like he really wanted that temptation. Like he was triggered. He's an addict and she is, oh God, I was so mad. Just when I thought she couldn't get any worse, she walks forward towards him and she tries to kiss him and he's like, no, I can smell the alcohol. Your breath reeks of alcohol. I don't want to taste the alcohol. That's basically just going to push me over the edge. And she just keeps leaning in. She's throwing herself onto him, trying to kiss him. Kiss me, Daniel, kiss me, kiss me. I'm just trying to put myself in not his shoes, but his parents' shoes who were they were right there watching all of this go down. I would have grabbed Bianca and thrown her against the wall and told her to get the freak away from my son. Oh my God. She was literally feeding him, feeding him drugs. What? I'm so speechless. I was so upset when I watched this episode. I just could not believe this was happening. And then just when I thought she really, really, really couldn't get any worse, she does. She tries to drive her mother effing car home. She tells Daniel's mom, oh, I'm okay to drive. I don't want to be okay to drive. She's like, no, you aren't, bitch. No, you aren't. Oh my God, what the hell? Remember, she almost died by getting hit by a drunk driver on the road. That's how she has that giant gash on her throat. And she thinks she's okay to drive home. Of course, that's her. Whew. Okay, I'm so mad. Okay, what would you guys do if you were his parents? Like, I'm so sorry. I would get him the hell out. I know he's an adult, but I would call his PO. I'd be like, ma'am, sir, you got to do something about this. He is not in a safe environment. I don't know if they could do anything about that though. But anyway, they get home, Bianca and Daniel. They go inside her apartment. He wants to have a talk about how difficult this is for her to frickin' drink in front of him. Not only that, to get drunk, reek of alcohol, and then try to kiss him after he said no multiple times. He said, no, get away from me. Get away from me. I don't want to kiss you. Blah, 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 blah. And he's very calm. He's so calm and civil, and he's being like so nice. And he calmly tells her, you're making this very hard for me. And you want to know what this fucking bitch says to him? Oh God, I said the C word. I know that's but she was being so here. Like literally. After, okay, just remember, this is after he just so calmly tells her, you are making this so difficult for me. I'm trying to stay sober, but you are making it almost impossible. And she looks at him and says, well, that's your own problem, buddy. Oh my God. Is she the literal devil? I think she's the literal devil. Who does that? Who does that to anyone, let alone your partner, someone you love and care about? And he's like, okay, well, I'm going to sleep on the couch. And she's like, whatever. Y'all, I'm scared for him. He needs to get the hell out. Moving on to Justine and Michael. Now, this is after Michael punches the door of the child's bedroom and he takes a walk outside. He's complaining about how hard he works and how hard it is to afford all these things and how he had to take a break from living his dream life, pursuing his dreams to work for these kids to afford all these things. And now the kids just break him and now he has to spend more money on Like he's just very frustrated. And I get it. Like I'm sure raising a bunch of preteens is really hard, but he went and punched a hole in the door. So now he's going to have to shell out another $300 for a brand new door. Also, you just told the kid to use your words and to learn how to communicate and not be violent. And then you go turn around and you be violent. What? Michael's having a realization that he's just very stressed out about everything. It's not just the boys that got into a fight, it's the fact that he also has to work so hard to make the very little money that he makes. He also had to put his dream career to the side. Also, Justine has a very high-risk pregnancy that could and might, in worst case scenario, end in death. And then they just bought a house that they can't really afford, so everything is snowballing. He walks back home, he goes into the house, Justine checks up on him and then tells him they need to teach the kids how to communicate effectively and they need to become a team. She tells him how hypocritical it was of him to yell at them for breaking something and then he turned around and just broke the door. So he needs to work on his anger issues. And see, these are the times where I like Justine and then she completely loses me. And this is going to be a very good example of how she completely loses me. So she meets up with her daughter Kylie for lunch. She tells her that she has a very high risk pregnancy and that the doctors are telling her to write up a will and to have future planning. She thinks Michael's a great dad and all, but she doesn't think he can handle raising a boy on the spectrum by himself. He also has anger issues and he feels like she can just completely trust Kylie with it. But let us not forget, Kylie's 18 or 19. So she tells Kylie, I'd like for you to raise your brothers if something happens to me while I try to deliver this baby. And also, can you please share custody of your new baby siblings with Michael? You guys, the look on Kylie's face was exactly the look on my face. Ma'am, she's a teenager. Kylie's like, Mom, I love you. I love our family. But if you knew this pregnancy was going to be such high risk, why'd you get pregnant again? Justine goes, Michael and I really wanted another baby. Oh my God. See, when I see Justine say dumb shit like that, it pisses me off. You can't just have babies because you want babies. What about all the other babies that you have? Who's going to take care of them? Now, Michael hangs out with his eldest daughter, Melody, and he's like, how do you feel about the new baby? Oh, not the one that just came out 4 months ago, the new one that's about to be out. And she's like, well, I'm happy for you, but I think it's just a lot. I mean, we still don't even have the twins here yet. By the way, if you didn't know, Michael has 6-year-old twins that Melody helped raise, but the twins' mother said no to him taking the twins to Vegas. So they had to split up the kids, and now the twins aren't there, and Melody's here, and Melody misses the twins, and the twins miss Melody. It's a whole freaking mess. Moving on to Kim and Joey. So they're home, they're hanging out with their kids. They want to buy a house, but they don't have, oh my God, there's birds on my window. Why are there so many birds? Ugh. Sorry, I did not expect that. I feel like there's so many. So they want to buy a house, but they don't have enough money. So Kim's like, Joey, you need to get a job. And he's like, the only job I'm qualified for is HVAC. And I don't want to do that. She's like, well, we can't buy a house with the money I make as a teacher's aide. You need to help. So Joey goes to a job interview. He tells the manager about his droog addiction. And the manager's like, okay, you're most likely not going to get hired, but thanks for coming. Is he sober? Because he can barely keep his eyes open. He's like... Louis is ring shopping. He's with his buddies. The jewelry store owner says a 2 carat is going to be around $25,000. But their 2 carat lab diamond is going to be around $4,000. I'm thinking, get the lab diamond. But no. Apparently, Melissa made it very clear to Louis that it has to be a real diamond. So he's really struggling with that because his budget was $10,000 and that was already pushing it because he spent so much time and energy saving up that money. But anyway, she wanted a 2 carat diamond. She wanted it real. And he's like, I gotta get it. The jewelry store owner does his thing and does some calculator magic and gives him a special Love After Lockup discount of the $25,000 ring, and he brings it down to $18,500, and Louis says, it's a deal. Oh my God. He's so sweet. I mean, really, you can just tell he cares so much about Melissa because he got her a ring that she wanted. Oh my God. There was okay, never mind. That's a side note. Sorry. Recap only. Let's see what Brittany and Key Rock are up to. So they're at their government approved housing. They want to get the hell out of there. They hate it. It's gross. There's droogies everywhere. They can't even cook in there. And she's getting PTSD, Brittany, because she used to be there when she was homeless. Well, the good news is Key-Rock got off probation. Yay! And now he's free. But Brittany can't, because she can't get off parole until her restitution is paid off. She's very upset. So then she goes inside to meet with her PO and then gets denied for the move. And she freaks out. She's absolutely gutted. She's devastated. And I felt so bad for them. It really sucks that they're doing good things and they're trying to start over and do good for their future. But they just keep getting denied. Zaria takes Troy to see her psychic. He does not want to go, but he also wants to support her because she's obsessed with that psychic. The psychic tells them that there's going to be an ex in their lives causing some trouble, and that energy is coming from Troy. So then Zaria freaks out because apparently the psychic has never been wrong. She's always been right about every single thing that she's predicted in her life. So she's convinced that Troy is going to cheat on her. And he's like, no, I'm not. And she's like, yes, you are. Just tell me. At least when I did it, I told you I was honest. Okay, thanks. You guys, free Troy. Free him. He looks like a miserable shell of a person. Like he's constantly being hounded by her over and over no effing reason. Like there's no reason. Zaria's just a little cuckoo. So they go to her parents' house for dinner. They talk about their nonprofit. I think they need about 50 kids for their nonprofit to prove to the state that they need government funding or something like that. I don't know. Who cares? Then Zaria tells her parents that she has been secretly seeing a psychic, and her parents are like, please stop with that witchcraft, Zaria. This is a house of Jesus. And Zaria's like, well, my psychic has never been wrong, so sorry, not gonna stop. And that's it for this episode. What did you guys think? Oh my God, leave all your comments about Bianca. Leave them. And also leave me a like, a thumbs up, okay? Until next time, bye. I'm free. Can't nobody